Hey, beautiful. Why does the world look the way that it does right now? Why is there so much chaos? Why is there so much division? Why is there so much evil in the world? Why is it all on our doorstep, on our algorithms? Why is it coming to why is it why are these massive waves coming right to our feet for us to be able to feel it, touch it, and experience it in this vivid way? Because now is the time. We are experiencing the convergence, the great convergence, and we have been for some time. Why? Where all of the different systems and the channels upon which it manifests in very particular ways, and the programming and the way that that is embodied within the system, and the way that the system is then embodied within our organizations, our institutions, and our relationships. Why is it all coming together in this overwhelming, vivid way? Well, it's beginning to dissipate once again, as all of these different channels have come together to bring everything to the forefront. It's being channeled into the two worlds now. Many of you have heard about the new earth, the great shift, the shift between the old and the new world. And for those of us who are consciously experiencing these changes, we're embodying it. We feel it. And there are many of us who experience it unconsciously, but we're all experiencing it in one way or another. And where we are now is we're tuning into and we're programming, each and every one of us, we are programming the world that is our tomorrow. That is where we are right now. So we need to understand that this programming happens within us. That we're so busy looking at outside of ourselves and looking at the world outside of us and what's happening out there and trying to protect ourselves from that. You cannot protect yourself from that. Many people who you will see, even those of us who find ourselves trying spiritual bypassing, when we're able to recognize that that's something we're doing, we're trying to bypass the chaos. How do we integrate and program it into our new reality if we're avoiding it? And if we're constantly separating from it? How do you know that you are separating from it and avoiding it? Well, when these subjects come to the surface, immediately they go into a generalized conversation that is outside of yourself, that you are not a part of. And if you think that you are not a part of everything that this world is showing us right now, you are a fool. You see, healing, change, transformation comes from a willingness to confront, to deeply, honestly, courageously confront the fact that we are a part of all of this. Our ancestors have been a part of all of this. And it doesn't change until we are willing to change and reprogram that which we've inherited in our system. You want to begin to change how you look at this and realize that you are technology, that all of this is technology. It's how this reality exists. It's programmable. Everything that we see in the world that is magnified, amplified, as ugly, as dysfunctional, as oppressive, as injustice, as joy, as love, as goodness, must exist within you and I today for it to still be here. You understand? It must have existed within you and I when we were still just cells in our mother's ovaries. We're connected through our DNA. That too is technology. The change that we call forth in the world. And some of us are still trying to figure out, but where did everything go wrong? We're complicating things and we're finding ourselves lost in the program, in the code. We must begin to see that on some level we all have the capacity to contribute to the good, to what serves and what does not serve on this planet. And the deconstruction of the system, and it's collapsed. What we're seeing now is inertia. It's just momentum. The storm happened deep in the ocean. The tsunami that's hitting us now, it's the effect of that. But it's collapsed. And so this is why we are all being so deeply challenged. The programming within us is being challenged. And whilst we're trying to, within our ego state, separate from myself and the system, myself and what's ugly, myself and that, and still trying to uphold a superiority to the ugliness in this world, have we not seen what a system of superiority does? They become the very evil that sustains the injustice and the violence on this planet. All of your tools, even this, your algorithm, if you are not in a place of consciousness, if you're still in a place where you have a virus, a programming that overrides your sensibilities when it comes to certain subjects, you are not yet free. Then all of these tools that we have available to us right now, that we have created on this planet, including AI, your algorithm, social media, and there are discussions about how harmful technology is and access is and information is. Let's hide it from our children. Let's hide it from the world. So do we go back into caves, and how did that work for us? You see, the technology exists within us. Even if we destroy all of these tools, it'll still manifest, it'll be activated, amplified, and it'll pour out of us. It's human nature. So, beloved, you want to get to a place where you realize that everything that is being offered to you right now is being offered to you so you can make a conscious, deliberate choice about how you respond to the triggers, how you respond to the questions that what you're exposed to elevates. How do you respond to the fears? How do you respond to what you're seeing everywhere in the world? Do you want to run from it and hide from it? Do you want to pretend it doesn't exist? How has that worked for us? Do you want to meet it fire with fire? Well, how has that worked for us? This time requires wisdom, because we are at a point in our cycle within humanity, this civilization, where we've seen with previous civilizations that they're headed near destruction. It is the point where we take all of our knowledge and we think it's wisdom and we don't integrate it. It is time for you to integrate, for you to deconstruct the systems within you, for you to stop seeing it outside of yourself, for you to stop seeing the violence outside of yourself. This is what alchemy is. And your relationships and your algorithm and your interactions are going to bring all of this to the forefront for you right now, so that you can go inward and deprogram and reprogram and upgrade. Because that's how we change the world, when each and every one of us are in a more evolved place. And we cannot look at these subjects and be like, let's talk semantics. No, it's very simple. What serves humanity and what does not? What contributes to violence and oppression and what does not. It's that simple. Don't get into your ego.